Thank you so much. Today I'm gonna talk about the advantages of payless and gasless transactions in Barra network, and obviously just give a brief introduction about Gear protocol and Barra network. So let's begin. Yeah, this is me. Mainly, the last 2.5 years, I've been involved in educational elements like hackathons, meetups with the developer communities, and all different stuff related to grow the developer community on Gear protocol and Barra network. And before to say what are the more nice features about the bar network ecosystem, we need to understand the Git protocol. And something interesting here is that normally, for example, we start like creating different kind of educational elements in Europe, China, and Latam. I'm from Mexico, so normally I work in different countries in Latam, and there the ecosystem of Polkadot is growing. But normally we need to explain what is Substrate, what is Polkadot, and in this talk, it's not necessary to talk about that. But obviously, then we need to talk about what is the difference between what it exists already on the Substrate ecosystem and also what it exists on the Gear platform and Barra network. So let's start first with the three pillars that Gear protocol has, which is basically the answer for all the people that question like, yeah, okay, it's cool, it's substrate based, but what is the difference between what there is in the ecosystem? Okay, let's talk about the actor model. The first thing is that in the Gear protocol, everything is an actor. It means that the user, it's an actor, a wallet is an actor, and a smart contract is an actor. So basically, this thing enables to communicate between all different elements, just sending and receiving messages. This is the powerful of the actor model technology, okay? And after the WebAssembly, I'm pretty sure that we all understand about this, but why do we use it? First of all, because it's compatible with different programming languages. So the purpose of this stack, it's basically to bring the Web2 and Web3 developers into the ecosystem, substrate-based ecosystem. And how we do this? First of all, we have an API built in Rust and also assembly script. So that enables basically that all the developers nowadays, if we count all of them who develop in Rust, for example, we have 2 million around the world. Yeah, and we're trying to bring these developers into the Gear protocol and Barra network ecosystem, just because WebAssembly is compatible with Rust and other programming languages. So as we speak, we have an API in Rust, also assembly script, but in the future we can have different programming languages compatible with WebAssembly. And also the persistent memory. This is a nice thing related to memory techniques, virtualization, and all that stuff that basically enables that every smart contract has its own state. So this is really powerful because compared with other platforms like this there is Share, and it's a little bit complicated for the developers to interact with the tools. And here, every smart contract has its own state. So basically, this avoids a domain-specific language, so the developers can come and develop in an easy and fast way because all these elements are abstracted in the API, okay? So that it was Gear protocol, and Gear protocol, it could be implemented on different kind of Gear networks. What it means that it could be a layer 1, it could be a layer 2, or it could be a parachain in the .sama ecosystem, right? So the first implementation of the Gear protocol is Barra network, which is basically a sovereign layer 1 substrate base, okay? So then we understand that Barra network uses Gear protocol, and Gear protocol uses substrate, WebAssembly, actor model, and persistent memory. What is the nice thing about Barra network, the first implementation of Gear protocol? With basically that enables to the developers to come from the Web2 and Web3 ecosystem and create smart contracts in an easiest and fastest way. That's really interesting. And also, we have different templates. So everybody who wants to build, for example, an ERC20 or ERC721, different kind of standards, we have a template for them just to download, compile, and upload into the ecosystem. Obviously, they need to modify just the particular elements that they need to change in order to create a new dApp. Okay, that's easy and that's fast. What are the distinctive features of the Bara network ecosystem? First of all, the delay messages. It's basically when we're trying to create a dApp, we face different kind of troubles, like how to interact with the application and avoid functions from off-chain. Like basically, if we are doing in a normal ecosystem, if we are doing a stream platform and we want to validate some kind of stuff based on time, so sometimes these elements are triggered off-chain, right? Delay messages basically enables that everything could be on-chain, because the smart contracts can send message to other smart contracts, but also to the same smart contract. So in the same scenario, talking about streaming platform, so if we want to validate after 30 days if the user has enough privilege to use the platform, then we just can send a delay message to last 30 days and validate after if the user is active, it has enough balance, and all that stuff. So that's an interesting thing that we have in the Bara network ecosystem. Also, we have Payless transactions. Normally, what is one of the most problematic things that one user face when they want to come into the Web3 ecosystem? They enter into the application, and the application tells that they need to use a wallet, and they need to create an account into the wallet, and they need to have balance into the account, okay? That's a problem because for Web2 users, they normally just log in with one button, Facebook, Google, or whatever authentication system, and that's easy for the Web2 users. So here the Payless transaction basically enables that one user could interact with an application without having tokens. How is that? Okay, we create something internally called voucher, which is basically space in the smart contract where we can send tokens just to pay the fees in advance for the user. So when the user wants to interact with the application, so the smart contract has a token related to this user and has a certain amount of tokens for the user to interact with the application. So this is really incredible because enables the user can interact without having tokens. And we will see in our live demo in the last part. And also we have Signless transactions. So another thing that we have, every time that we are trying to interact with an application, we need to sign it. And we all understand why, because obviously we need to tell the smart contract that we are aware about what we are doing and that we are sure about that. But sometimes when we interact with this application, it's a little bit complicated to interact every time with these signatures. Okay, so we have a signless transaction system that is based on trustless sessions. We create a session on the smart contract side. So in the smart contract, we tell what private key want to interact with the smart contract in this session. What is the timeout? So that's really interesting because it guarantees that this communication, it lasts only the time that we tell. Okay, it could be 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. So also we have auctions. It basically we can interact with the smart contract, but if the smart contract has different kind of implementation, we can say just like, I want only this kind of auction to perform with this session. Okay, that's because of safety. And yeah, well, basically we can talk about signless and payless transactions together to bring more users to the ecosystem, because that will enable to the user interact with the application with without tokens, and also avoiding the user to sign every transaction every time. So that's a little bit annoying. Yeah, so we have basically here the more important things about the Signless transaction and Payless transaction, but I want to do it more practically in this way. Before to move forward with the live demo, I want to talk with you about Gear Academy. So if you are interested to build into the Bara ecosystem, then we have an academy that it's basically an online platform where you can just create your account and start learning and understand how how easy it is to create smart contracts on Bara network. Okay, so there you go. You have the link and the QR if you want to scan it, and you will learn at your time. Also, we have developer programs. So for all those who wants to create a cool idea and disruptive idea, so yeah, feel free to join us and let's build together the next generation of dApps into the Bara network ecosystem. And also ambassador program, yeah. So as we are a decentralized platform, we are working on different spaces, countries, with all the people who wants to be part of this disruptive technology. So if you want, or if you know somebody that wants to join on the technical side, reviewing documents on all different kind of elements that the people can do in the Web3 ecosystem. So also it's important, this thing. Okay, let's check before the live demo. A fancy image about what is the normal procedure to interact with the dApp and with the Bara network. So as we see here, the face of a normal user when wants to interact with the dApp, it's I am angry because I need to download another wallet, I need to create an account, I need to find the faucet, and after I can't play with the application, okay? So that is annoying. But down we have an interesting face of a normal user with Bara application, because let's check. We first open the application, and in the application we have a part where we can just generate the session, and basically we configure the time, and it generates automatically one key pair, a public and private key. So basically the user doesn't need to do anything else, just to say, I want this session for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and okay, accept. And internally, we create also, for example, a voucher. The thing that I told you is the base of Payless transaction, just to send some tokens to pay the gas fee for this transaction. And then suddenly, the user just start interact with the application without tokens and having fun. So the transaction sends information to the smart contract. Here we have the handle method, which basically is the more important part into a smart contract that is listening for external interactions, receiving the payload, and executing the task. Okay, let's play with the battleship. We have a demo if you want to scan the QR just to have fun on your own device. We're gonna do this thing, but we're gonna do it in a fancy and interesting way. So, okay, this is, let's start like a normal application, okay? So it's a, okay, if you want to play, then you need to connect your wallet, okay? Okay, yeah, I can connect my wallet. We have 4 different kind of wallets compatible right now as we speak. And let's use this one, zero balance, and just start the game. Okay, so I'm gonna click on here. Who wants to, oh, first of all, do you know who is this guy? Yeah, Sub0, yeah. So maybe there is the player that wants to be here, because we have some T-shirts. We don't have a lot, like we bring it from Mexico, and we don't have a lot of T-shirts, but we have some of them for you. Another question, who likes the Battleship game? Okay, please come with me. Okay, I'm gonna explain the normal way, just maybe it's easy. The first thing, please help me to generate. Click on generate, and you will have your own, your ships. Yeah, you can click on generate. Like it's basically you're choosing your map. Okay, that's the ships on your side, and once you have the right one, just click on the next one. It's confirm.
Yeah. This one looks good.
Okay, what's the problem here? The user doesn't have tokens. And what normally a user do? Go away. Yeah? Okay, so that's the normal thing. Thank you so much for start the presentation. The bad part, it was yours, but your t-shirt, it's ready for you to go.
All right, thank you.
Okay, that is the first part. It's annoying and it's normal, but it doesn't need to be like that, okay? What do we do? Yes, so we're gonna start a game with Payless transaction. So here we have enable gasless transaction, and it's okay. We can start a game. Okay, next one. Who wants to play? Who wants to play and also gain one t-shirt? Just raise your hand, and I can choose. Please come with me. Okay, this is the funny part because as you saw, I already active the gasless transaction. So it means that he will be able to play without tokens, okay? So just generate the map you want to. Just choose the great technique because you're gonna play. Just
Yeah, I'm gonna win.
yeah, whatever, whatever you want it. Just click generate. Okay. Maybe we don't see. Yeah, we see it. Let me sign. Just preface and save the session. Like the password, just to avoid. Okay. Okay. Unable to decode using the password. Okay. Let me quit this one.
Paste it.
Yeah, I have a super strong password. It's basically double. Let's check again. Okay. Here, I'm gonna continue. And I'm gonna sign this. Just give me 1 sec.
Oh, wait, you need to...
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So now he has his session started. Okay, just please help me to play. Where you're trying to guess where is the ships of the opponent. Yeah, so annoying. He needs to sign the transaction. So he will be playing. Okay, the screen. Yeah, thank you so much because we want to the others see what you are doing. Yeah, just let's wait to finish. It's okay. Can you help us to move like it's a full screen? Yeah. So as you see, every time that he's trying to pick the ship, the application asks for the signature. But something interesting is like we have 0 tokens. Okay, so we are interacting with the contract, but he doesn't have tokens. So yeah, a little bit annoying, but I guess that he's gonna do it. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, this is the normal way. Currently, when a user wants to interact with Web3 application, this is a game, and maybe if we like it, if we are helping to test an application, it could be good. But for a normal user, it is not. Okay, let's wait just for him to finish because the next element that we will see is the Payless and gasless transaction together. Okay, so in the next version of this game that is implemented in the same game, basically the user doesn't need tokens and the user doesn't need to sign every time that interact with the smart contract. Okay, so let's wait. You lose, okay, yeah, you lose in the game, but you win your t-shirt. Thank you so much. It's a 0. Okay, let's do another part of this, and let's configure the Took phase. Basically, the user that will interact with this version of the game, it will be happier than ever before because we will see. Okay, so let's see. Okay. For this part, in this implementation, we need 42 bars because we will send tokens to the voucher. And when the user starts playing, the voucher is already created, and the user don't need another token. So let's change the account for something that has enough tokens, and let's enable gasless transaction. Okay, and also let's enable signless transaction. So do you remember I told you that in this part it's generated a key pair automatically, a private and public key? Okay, here it is. And it's a temporary account, okay? If you see, it ends with PBNY. I can close it, and I can enable again, and PBNY. Well, it's given basically the same. But normally, you can create a different one every time because it's just to play in your on behalf of the user. So it's basically a temporary account, okay? And vouchers to issue and the minutes that we will enable this session. It could be 5, 10 minutes. This is a setting, so it's just for the game in this case, but with your smart contract, you can do whatever you want, okay? Let's say 10 minutes. One password, because in this case, we can just activate or deactivate the session. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna assign this. Okay. And it's creating the session. Here we go. Start the game. So who wants to be the next player? Please help me. The last one. Please come. Okay, so I'm gonna just click on play again. And please click on generate to choose your map of your ships. Whatever you just click on generate, yeah. If that's okay, yeah, continue. Yeah, okay, let's check. Yeah, okay, yeah, it started. Okay, it started. So let's wait for him to click on a space. Just, okay. Yeah, just, we just need to wait a little bit. Okay, so as you see, he's not signing anything, okay? He is also with the same account, so the voucher internally is the one that is paying the fees. So this is one implementation of one of different use cases in the landscape of Barra network, but it is interesting because you can do the same on the FI, you can do the same on all the different kind of implementations that you can have on the your DApp. So as you see, it's easier, right? Because he doesn't need to have token. He has vouchers that the owner of the DApp gave him, and he doesn't need to sign every time that he interacts with the smart contract. So this is basically the power of the Signless and Payless transaction together into the Barra network ecosystem that brings to the Substrate ecosystem huge as no one else, okay? So this is really interesting. So let's wait just for him to finish the game, because maybe this time he's gonna do it. Let's wait. Let's see, yeah. It's almost done, but it's funny. Yeah, this game, it's interesting, like we're playing with a computer trying to fix where is the ship, but sometimes, okay, yeah, you have just one. Yeah, so you lose, okay. No, it doesn't matter because you also win a t-shirt. So that was the live demo of gasless transactions and payless transactions. So thank you so much. If you have a question, I guess that we have 1 minute, 30 seconds. And for the winners, we have t-shirt. If you want also a t-shirt, maybe you can grab just here some t-shirt. Karen will give you one. And also, I invite all of you to our side event. It will be at 6 p.m. It will be at 6 p.m. in Barbon. So you can see in the sub0 group. We will send the information there. And we have more t-shirts of if you want to join us. It will be also food and drinks. And let's talk more about technology with also one implementation of, well, we have different kind of dApps in the ecosystem, but here Jacob will talk about the Arena. It's basically a game created in the Barra network ecosystem. So if you want to know more about details about what is possible to create in the Barra ecosystem, please join us. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Luis, for a nice presentation. And actually, do we have any questions? Because we still have like a minute or two. So, if there's anyone, can you pass him? Yeah.
Hey, just a question regarding the vouchers. Couldn't it be exploited by someone creating multiple accounts and getting like the tokens?
Yeah, well, let's understand the basics of the vouchers, and we will see what part is that. Okay, when we create a voucher, it's created an internal keeper. Okay, so that is created on the developer side. So basically, you can use Polkadot.js or Gear.js, which is our library to create the wallet. Okay, so once you create this, you have this temporary account, and it will save only the tokens for the application, okay? So you don't need to worry about the account or the main account, because we are creating an intermediate account just to avoid this kind. So let's see the worst case scenario, like if somebody is accessing like the public, or well, the public key is public, but the private key, if you can access it, and you do some different stuff to get it, okay, you will access only to this temporary account that will interact with it. But obviously, we need to implement on the developer side. It's the part that it could be implemented just to avoid different kind of behaviors. Yeah.
So it's a separate account, not a proxy. The
Yeah,
Washer
yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Anyone else? Maybe we have time for one more.
Nope. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
Thank
that's
you
it.
so much.
Thank you again for introducing Vara to us.
Thank you.